Welcome back, my friends. Today we're going to show you how to get to Deflation on round 100 and get this delicious achievement. So to start yourself off, you're going to build two wonderful looking boats right here and a sub. Probably as high as you can possibly get it, and a Brickle probably about as low as you can get her, but it doesn't really matter too much. You're going to leave her on first the entire time, and you're going to build both of these guys up to monkey pirates with fast shooting double shot. And then you're going to want to make sure your sub is some sort of camera detection over here, and then in addition to that, you are going to build something that's going to slow down the Bloons, and that's about it. And for me, I think the Arctic Wind is actually going to be our best option, so we're going to go for an Arctic Wind right down in the middle here with Permafrost and Cold Snap. And that's it, my friends. Let's watch it go. So far through round 90, we've had pretty much no issues, but of course, DDTs. They're not exactly easy to take down. I've done 0 micro so far, but it's finally time for us to do something. We have to activate our abilities. What happens is this ability here allows our cannon chips to pop these lead balloons, and of course they're decamelized as well, so DDTs are no longer a major issue for us. So we keep on pumping along, and we're going to show you guys the rest of these last 10 rounds here. So feel free to use any abilities you want at this point, but like I said, rounds 30 through 90, we've used 0 abilities until that first one on the DDTs there. It's just that easy. You just let everything slide through and you win. I don't know if there's a slightly better position to put this ice tower in, maybe smidge him over just a little bit to the right or something like that. This seemed to work out pretty gosh darn well for me. It still does freeze a few of the balloons over here, it of course freezes the balloons over here, and the permafrost allows them to be frozen for a long time and slow them down, especially if they're glued and frozen at the same time, which is pretty freaking sweet, I gotta admit. If you're up for it, you can use these Mega Mines, but I'd recommend saving them for DDTs whenever possible, and instead just using your other abilities. Just pop these things down, let them go, and explode some crap. Alright, we got 4 Zoma Gods here. I think 4, maybe 5 Zoma Gods here. The balloons are starting to get a little bit pesky for us, but again, that slowdown from this ice tower is exactly what we need. And a nice sort of slow popping of the balloons here, and we clean them all up. So I should mention that that Brickle right now is on first. You can put her on strong if you desire, but I don't really think it matters too much. We used a Mega Mine there that's going to blow up all the DDTs really quickly. I'm going to use our other abilities here just to kind of clean up everything else over here. I wouldn't say that any of these rounds are too important on how you use your abilities until round 98, 99, 100, and by that point, that is when you're going to have to start paying attention a little bit and making sure you're actually able to pop these balloons. We just hit 94, and we are going to use a Mega Mine at the beginning of the round here. This is going to pop all the BFBs, and we're going to clean up all these balloons with our first ability and our third ability. It looks like we don't need to use these second abilities yet until we popped out these Zoma Gods, but it looks like everything's going really smooth. We're still popping them. Takes a little bit of time sometimes. But what's weird is the Mega Mines. You would think that the Mega Mines are an automatic if you have them use it. That is actually not the case. You don't always want to use the Mega Mines. The Mega Mines can actually cause too many ceramics to pop out all at once, and you can be overwhelmed by those balloons. So instead, you are better off not using the Mega Mines whenever possible. And if you ever get lucky here with some random balloons sneaking through on the side over here, it's just better for you because you get your abilities back a little bit quicker for when you need them on the next round here. So 95 is, again, DDTs. So what we're going to do is we're going to let the balloons kind of fill up the map just a little bit. We're going to go for a quick Mega Mine here and kind of just use all of our abilities kind of all at once here. So let's wait till these DDTs go around one last little turn here, and it's time. Let's blow them up. And now we need to clean up these balloons here with all the rest of our abilities. Boom, boom, shazoom. And we're hoping to have all of these abilities back by the middle round 96 or so. Let's see. Looks like the balloons, again, nice and slow around the corner there. That's good for us. We get the Mega Mine completely back. Almost all of everybody's back when we need them. So whenever we get the chance, again, we're going to use them. We're going to go for a somewhat early ability over here against these Moabs and BFBs. Pop out as many as we possibly can. Kablooey. And we're going to clean them all up with our first ability here. And again, a little bit of third ability action. Round 96 is a pretty beefy round. There's a lot of balloons here, a lot of BFBs. Sadly, no money with all these BFBs, but hey, you know, what are you going to do? We can't hate on life too much. But we're going to save our Mega Mines here for round 97. You can also do something kind of interesting here. If you pop all the Moab layers, and you still have balloons on the screen kind of slowly moving around, you can be sort of advanced with this strategy. It's not a necessity by any means, but it definitely does help. We're going to use our third ability here just to help pop these balloons a little bit. We're going to use our first ability here as well. Probably could have used a Mega Mine, but I don't know. Is what it is, man. Just take them down a little on the slow side here. Ice Tower, we're going to clean them all up. Sadly, I did not have happen what I was hoping for. I did not have a bunch of random ceramics kind of slowly sneaking through the defense over here. So instead, we have to wait for all these guys to pop. Once the last Moab's on the screen, you can go for a quick, or off the screen, you can go for a quick ability here, and then you get a little bit of extra time here for this cooldown to come back. It's not much, but it can make a difference for you on Deflation. All right, we've got round 97 here. We're going to go for a quick ability right from the get-go as soon as we get these guys in range. We're going to go for another Mega Mine here. We're going to double dose this up. Just want to pop them. Put it closer here, and we're going to hope as soon as it comes around, it's going to explode at least one of these guys. There we go, looking good. We're going to go for our other abilities here. We can insta-kill these reinforced BFBs as soon as they come out, and then we're going to hope that we have all the rest of our abilities here ready when round 98 pops out. That's the goal, so let's take everything else nice and slow-like. Possibly the only really tricky round in this entire run will be round 98, and the reason why it's tricky is because you don't actually want to use the abilities like you might imagine, specifically Mega Mine. So anytime you get the hooks, pretty much use the hooks. Anytime you got the other stuff, pretty much use the other stuff. But the Mega Mine will make too many ceramic balloons pop out all at once, and your ice towers just can't handle. So keep it slow. Just kind of watch the balloons as they go through. You can change Brickle from first to strong if you want to, but most of the time just leave her on first. And hopefully, whenever you get these abilities here, everything else is kind of out of the way really quickly, like these Oh My Gods for a little while, so we can pop all the Moabs and all the ceramics inside. Now we can slowly deal with the rest of these balloons. We can also use some more insta-kills here and kind of clean these guys up, but you might be hesitant or wanting to build some sort of Mega Mine again. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Don't do a Mega Mine. It's not worth it. You'll hate yourself forever. Just let these guys slowly walk through, and eventually you will take down round 98, but it might take a couple tries to get this down. And here we go. The last little bit here, and we do it! One thing you might want to do is make sure you do have a Mega Mine for round 99, or have your other ability ready to go, because one of them is necessary to pop all these DDTs. Luckily for us, we're able to use a Mega Mine to pop almost all the DDTs, and then for the last little bit here, we're able to slurp it on up. How delicious! So that's round 99. Again, not too tricky here, but it is what it is. A few balloons going to sneak through here, but that's actually perfect because it gives us more time to get our abilities ready to go. So if you didn't notice, for round 100, this is not a necessity, but again, be smart about your Mega Mines. If you have the ability for round 100 to build them early, start building them because they sit there for a little while, and you can just get 2 of them at the same time to explode, and even more damage output happen from these puppies. And there it goes. This bad balloon getting hurt pretty bad. It's probably hurt about half of its health already. Only about a quarter of the way through the map. We get another Mega Mine ready to go. We're going to blow it up real quick. And then rest abilities, as soon as we get them, we're basically going to use them here, folks. As far as Brickle's last ability here, you might want to wait for these DDTs because that is the only way that we can actually officially pop 3 DDTs if we're going to deal with them like that. Another Mega Mine popping down here, but unluckily for us, Oh My Gods are kind of out of position for a little while. So Mega Mine's not going to be all that important for us. But any which way, round 100, Deflation has been completed. Now the question is, how much further can we go? And I'll be straight with you guys, I spent way too much time on this. Way too much time on this. I spent probably a good 20-30 minutes on round 102 trying to figure out how to beat round 102 and how to beat all the DDTs on round 102 in particular. And for whatever reason, I couldn't do it. I popped all the DDTs, but then I ended up losing to the Oh My Gods in the end. It was a super duper close battle, but it looks like $20,000 can only get you so far, guys. I don't want to show you the mega minutes of me doing all this crap here, but just know that it was actually possible to pop all of these DDTs, believe it or not, with both of our abilities. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you press that like button for me, make sure you subscribe, and hopefully you can do this for yourself in your free time.